if it was your sister, your brother, your like whoever it was, bro.
No,
Any of us, I'm fucking weak. If any of us were to be in that same position, we're just trying to be good friends to at least say something, bro. Because like literally, this nigga Viper, it literally.
No, Job.
Because I have friends that sit there and say that they want to do certain things.
Job. That nigga's name is spelled J-O-B, like Job, but it's Job.
Job, Book of Job. Yeah. So yeah, basically we're trying to break down like how, not so much how it. Well, I guess it depends on which person you're talking to. Because for me, I'm trying to break down how it doesn't make sense. Then I guess everybody else is also trying to break down how it doesn't make sense, but in different ways. So
I'm telling
I guess
you,
we're all
nigga,
trying to break it down. Except you, yeah, you're kind of sitting this out, but you're being a bystander. But still, keep going.
I'm saying, nigga, you stupid. That's my stance. Nigga, you stupid.
There's that.
Yeah.
Not so much what to ask.
Yeah.
this nigga's stupid. But
Yeah. What you want me to answer? Yeah. Oh god.
No. We know the why.
Why'd you do it?
We know the why. You've explained the why several times. Shut the fuck up. Why'd you do it to Son? So no, it's basically, just think about if you were in that person's shoes and you had absolutely nothing to do. And no, take ancestors out of it entirely. Take ancestors out of it entirely. We just paint a picture. So let's say. Oh, you know what? An actual example that me and Blue would both be able to attest to. So basically, remember that one time that we were all in the party and everything, and then you had fucking B-Math, aka George, fucking sitting there ragging on you the whole damn time, and then at some point you were kind of getting a little bit annoyed. You're like, all right, dude, relax, it's funny, whatever. You were kind of getting annoyed by it, all that other type of shit. And then at some point he was like, okay, look. The only reason I'm ragging on you is because of the fact that you kind of need to grow a set, and he's also playing with you because he's your friend. Friends play with each other. If you can't rag on a nigga, like you ain't having fun. You ain't doing it right. You ain't being friends right. You ain't being niggas right. So, basically, if his whole point was not to sit there and get on your nerves. His whole point was to let you know, like, yo, you can't let somebody spit on you. That
right on your head.
You could have. You definitely could have handled that better, but it's fine. It happened before, blah, blah, blah. It was middle school. Cool. You'll learn from the mistake.
Would you let him spin on you again this time? Yeah, if Yahweh says so.
But basically, what I'm saying about that is that just because it made it seem like he was ragging on you, maybe like some other kids might have done in like middle school, everybody gets bullied. I mean, I don't expect none of us to not get bullied. At some point, niggas like, okay, see, I knew you were going to say that. Look. So unless you're a nigga, so I was gonna say, unless you're a nigga like Blue, then right off the bat, niggas be like, hey, they'd be like, hey, yo, Blue, you a piece of bink. That's pretty much how his life went. So, that just summarizes his whole school experience if niggas were trying to bully him. But same thing with Killer probably. He would have danced on the nigga and then beat his ass too. So, so basically, there's that. But point being, most of us have gotten bullied. But the thing is that the difference between a bully and the guy, okay, the difference between the person that spat on you and B-Mass in the first place is the fact that that motherfucker is literally just trying to be your friend, but like rag on you a little bit because everybody else is like trying to be your friend and shit, and you gotta learn to take a joke and be able to combat that. That was the whole point of that whole thing.
Just that, yo, you can't even take constructive criticism.
That too.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Wait,
I have experience giving you constructive criticism, and you've just been like, either you shut down completely, or you act like a bitch about it.
Yeah, Yahweh says so, that's why.
There's a lot of things.
That's impressive. But how will you escape?
Oh, don't worry. I have
Are you really? Are you really? Are you really? Are you really ready? You ready to say? You really want to hear criticism? You really want to hear?
Things are a lot different. The escape should
No,
take
not
5 minutes.
particularly, because once I stop giving a fuck about stuff, I let that shit go to the ether.
Okay then. There are 2 problems here. First,
Wait.
Ether.
So who
Two
taught you the
things,
ways
sir.
of Yahweh?
watching us and tends to
Design.
be holding her the younger ones during the day. And at night, she puts the
Shavui?
babies
Oh,
to sleep on her own.
so Yahweh told him
In order
science
to
don't
make sure
exist.
that
So
everyone
why do
escapes
you
here,
believe that?
we'll have to separate Mom from all the little ones.
No, please answer my please answer my
Hey, kill.
questions. Why do you believe that?
Hey, yo, you so stupid. You
Design, what is
Hey,
there not to
yo.
know?
Hey, killer, are you in a match right now? Are you doing anything?
No, I'm actually on standby watching Promised Land. Yeah. But I'm on standby right now, yeah. But why don't you believe in science? Why does Shibuya believe in science? The science? Yeah.
This nigga stupid.
Design,
Oh,
you hear me?
Lord, you
I'm trying to
stupid.
talk to design, yeah, I'm trying. Design.
Oh, Lord, he's stupid.
Design.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Desan,
I'm going to bed.
Desan, if your grandfather killed somebody, right? Do you think that person has the right to come? That person's child or somebody has a right to come and kill you for what your grandfather did?
Because this ain't an anime. I'm going to tell you that. This is not an anime. Your father killed my brother, so I shall kill you. No, this is not an anime. This is real life.
Not if Yahweh says so.
This
Hey, yo,
nigga,
what the
man.
fuck is Genshin Impact on right now? What the fuck? Shooting a dragon.
Instead of leaving tomorrow, let's go now.
Oh, damn, you hopping off shit. It is 2 o'clock. Jesus Christ, I didn't realize the conversation would take so long. My bad. We'll play tomorrow.
Don't worry.
Oh, shit.
This place is pretty far from everyone's roots.
I'm not interrupting the conversation. Y'all can continue. I'm just
We trained for this, haven't we?
multitasking.
We taught them during tag.
Viper's messaging me at the same time, so.
Still hurt?
It's all healed.
Alright, good night, Viper.
Nigga, what?
So, Desan,
I'm still against it. The whole
your grandfather killed somebody's child, friend, family, whatever. Do you feel like you should offer up your life for what your grandfather did?
It's the best thing for them.
If that person comes seeking revenge for you,
Your
You know,
grandma
for-
fucked my mother and she died for her. You was bad. You
if
got in the
that,
house.
if that person comes to kill you for what your grandfather did, are you just going to accept your death, or are you going to fight back? That's my question.
He gonna be one with Yahweh, yeah.
This nigga's stupid.
Because how you answer this question will significantly change whether I look at you the same or not.
Maybe Dawn.
Kill
What
me.
if when we start the fire, Mom decides to abandon the whole building? She might just give up on putting it out and focus on us since we're the merchandise.
Exactly. There's a pretty good chance of that happening. That's why
No.
simply starting the fire
I'm not
isn't
asking what the Lord thinks. I'm asking what Desan thinks. I'm asking Desan Davis what he thinks.
He's one
I'm
with the
asking
Lord.
you. Because I can't talk to... Listen, bro, I can't talk to your God. I can only talk to you. I'm talking to you. Your perspective is what I want. Not your God's.
Pretty smart thinking, huh? I'm gonna burn to ash on my shipment date. Mom can't abandon me. I've been waiting for this day.
Would you accept the punishment is what I'm asking. When the person who wants revenge for your grandfather's action comes for you, will you accept the punishment or will you fight back?
Regardless, I did it.
That's the question. If that person wants your life in exchange for the life that was lost,
12 years.
will you offer your life
I've been waiting for.
or will you fight back?
I'm taking that away. Right before the anticipated harvest. Don't think you can eat me. I won't give
It's not a trick question.
The only way. I've watched so many of my siblings die over the years.
No more video games, Desai.
Used them, and each one of them was a good kid. They
You
were
would give up
so
your life?
kind and carefree. Wait, don't move. Listen up, Emma. You only have
I have
one
no idea
chance
what that answer
to
is.
make
I was a
this
yes or
work.
no. I maybe
Bruh,
so. I don't even. I'm
that
lost.
shit got me with more
I'ma wait.
questions than answers.
Catch.
What you trying to do, nigga?
This is from...
No, you have to answer the question. Just answer
Just
the
answer
question.
the question, bro. Like, it's not, it really ain't a trick question, yo. Just straightforward.
Yahweh told you to answer
What
the
is
question, so
it-
you add the question
What
now.
is it that you think is, what is your response to it? That's the question. What is your response to it?
Not
Ain't
what
got
your
to
God
answer,
thinks.
like,
It's what you think.
You
This
stupid.
nigga is fuck, bro.
Brittany
But
said,
yeah.
Brittany said he ain't got the answer, Sway.
Fucking weak.
Yeah. What?
But
Yeah?
nope, nope. That's not what he's asking. He's asking what you would think. You.
Check out today's home sport.
どの伝承に惹かれますかな
What?
Hold on, what exactly are you saying? Are you saying you're willing to die for your grandfather's
さ
actions?
すがの目利きですな
No more video games, right, Desai?
No more
You can't-
nothing,
you can't
actually.
read the Bible no more either.
So,
you know, somebody else
What
kill you
is
because
your
their
life
granddad.
worth to you if you're willing to sacrifice it for something that you had nothing to do with?
Sacrificial
What is your
lamb.
life worth to you as a human being, as a man? What is it worth to you if you're willing to die for something that somebody else did that you had no control over? You weren't born. You had no ability to even perceive the action. So how is it that you would pay for it? What does your life mean to you when you would place yourself willingly in the line of fire over an action that you did not commit? What does your life mean to you?
Hey, yo, this nigga Viper's chilling.
Not in terms, bro. Just answer straight up. You don't
It's
have to put it
literally
in
yes or
different
no.
terms. You don't have to put it in different terms. Just say what it is that's on your mind, my dude. Like, it's not a
Yeah.
fucking. This ain't no political
It's-
debate, my guy.
It's not a trick question. It's not a trap. It's not anything like that. You just gotta answer honestly and truthfully and just go straight for it, bro. That's it.
Yo, literally, what does your life mean to you if that's the extent that you're willing to go to protect it? Somebody else that had nothing to do with you did something, and a nigga want revenge for something somebody else did, and you just like, you know what?
To worship the Most High, exactly, yeah. Gotta do it for Yahweh. For Yahweh's sake.
But that's contradicting what you said earlier.
It's still not a trap.
Who did
It's still not a
that?
trap.
So, all right, let me put it in simpler words. So you're saying you would not suffer the punishment. You would not take that sentence of death. Is what you're saying. Like, for your grandfather's action, you would not take that sentence of death. That's what you're saying, right?
That's what it sound like to me.
Just to clarify, that's what you're saying, right? What do you
No.
mean? Let me say yes or no. Yes, that's what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. Yes, that's what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's pretty much the only two
That's
answers.
the only two answers you got, bro. Like, you don't have to explain away nothing. Yes or no? Is it that you're saying that you would not suffer that punishment and not forfeit your life over the actions of your grandfather? Or are you saying that, you know, yes, you would forfeit your life for them? So, like, what is it? Is what I'm saying yes or no? Like, he don't got the answer, Sway.
Shut the fuck.
No, you wouldn't sacrifice your life for your grandfather's sins, right?
Same question. He just re-asked
No,
me.
like you just answered the question. You said no, right? You're a fucking hypocrite. You're a fucking hypocrite. Not in terms, no. In certain terms, you, Dasan, are a fucking hypocrite. Because what you're saying is, you're not going to sacrifice your life for the actions that your grandfather committed. But you're saying that white people that didn't have anything to do with slavery, or couldn't have possibly have been slave owners at this point in time, are responsible for the things that their ancestors did. You're a hypocrite.
Tell him.
Fucking kill me.
Listen, bro, you stop being friends with someone who has never wronged you.
He's wronged him plenty of times.
Well, that's
this
different.
time he hasn't.
I'm saying never wronged you in the way in which we're speaking of.
That's fair.
I'm not saying he's never. I don't know his history to say he's never done anything wrong. But I know the nigga ain't a slave owner. I know he ain't got no fucking plantation.
He didn't.
Them
And
niggas over there.
Is he his ancestors? Oh yeah, but you're not about to die for your grandfather though.
But you're connected to him.
You're a fucking hypocrite.
That's why. That's why it literally contradicts your thought process there.
But yeah, how
This
it
is-
doesn't.
The thing is, before you say anything, the thing is, if it's okay to push somebody away for somebody else's actions, then it's okay for somebody to kill you for somebody else's actions that you're also connected to.
Hell yeah.
But you don't want to. You don't want to die. You just claimed several times that you did not want to die. So
be a real boy.
why is it fair for him to be shunned by you for something that somebody else did? Somebody else did for your ancestors. Not even to you. That's the other thing. Not even to you. And the fact that he had nothing to do with it because he was born after the fact. Same thing like with your grandfather, and theoretically, of course, and you were born after the fact. You had nothing to do with it. So it contradicts exactly what you're saying. There's really nothing else to say there. Like that's it. It's a contradiction.
And you sir are a fucking hypocrite.
We're not even trying to, you know, we're not even trying to rag on you. We're just being straight to the point. Like we
We're
might
using
see things
science
a little
too
bit
hard
farther
to
than
understand.
But we're not even trying to patronize you or anything like that. We're just saying, like, if you think that way, then that means you have to be consistent in your thoughts. That's for one thing, and then also it just doesn't make sense. But you know, and that's also our opinion, whether it's fact or not. It's still our opinion. But even then, like, bro, it is contradictory. That's all right. That's the word. Either one. That's exactly what that was. But I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah. Continue. Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
This nigga needs to get slapped upside the head.
Continue, yeah, son.
We're not at the end of the story yet. Continue, Design.
It's like a kill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What we saying? Yeah.
You said what we said, son.
Mm. 2 + 2 is 4.
Take your time, bro.
Nah, say basically 3 more times. I was really digging the deep.
Take your time, bro.
I'll show you something cool, so shut up and follow. Norman wanted me to tell you that.
Seriously? To my dearest Emma, I'm going to give you a new plan to follow. First, Ray intends to die. From what he said, he's doing it so that you and I don't get killed.
You think we would be better for it? You think that would make us better fucking people if we were the ones to put them in slavery?
Like this house.
Yeah, we don't like that
Do
kind
you
of around. We
realize
keep them
that
over there.
we
Yeah.
are slave owners? We have been. Like, not us as the people today. Our people have been slave owners, bro.
Literally, almost everybody's been slave owners at some point.
All conquering nations. Like I said, it's about industry and progress.
In
And
progress,
industry means that someone has to do the work, and normally it's not a person who's willing to do it.
In Africa, they still sell slaves. If I remember
Exactly,
correctly.
bro.
That
Why
doesn't
do
mean
you
we
think,
have
why
to
do you
die for
think
that.
there were kids in mines in Sierra Leone? It wasn't because Africa didn't fucking know about it. It was because they were getting a cut of the profit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't make it seem like one people are holier than thou and that another people is condemned in demons. You can demonize them all the fuck you want, but at the end of the day, you're still a product of them because you gain whatever little joys you have in life, you gained from the progress of the people, the white people who had the slaves, who made the industry, who fucking forced people to do the work. Yeah, you're benefiting from that too.
Oh, and the other thing, since I remember you saying something about like America's built on slavery and the blood of like a lot of basically built off of the blood of slaves and all this other shit. So if that's the case and you don't want to associate with that, you probably should move out the country based off of that logic, shouldn't you?
Exactly. You are not forced to be here, bro.
We don't like that kind around here.
So like I was saying, I remember you mentioning. Go ahead. Oh, you are breaking out like a motherfucker. Repeat that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you breaking up hard, bro. I can't understand shit you just said.
Everybody found out from Emma.
Try that again, bro.
He said, so from what I could gather, I think he's asking if they were black slave owners.
It's better they know what dangers lie ahead. That way they can join us willingly.
Oh yeah, you think I know him personally, motherfucker?
I'm weak. All right. Damn, Blue. Well, there was a major guy. I'm trying to
There
actually
was
find his name.
there was a whole group of slavers who sold black people to the white people.
White power.
There's two ways that white people got slaves.
Do the niggas.
One was from our own people. We sold each other to the white people.
Yeah.
Toma, we let them all hear what Sister Crone said.
We also
It took us 2 months.
we also used the people for indentured servitude as well.
Pretending to have given up. But the whole
The only difference is in Africa, you could buy your slavery, you could buy your freedom over time, whereas over here that wasn't a thing until much later.
You guys.
I'm saying all people who have major industry had slaves. The
French
Romans
did,
had slaves.
the
The
Romans, the
Yes, the
Greeks, the
French had slaves. The
fucking,
Greeks, the Africans,
yep, the Africans,
the
Egypt being one of
Aztecs.
them.
They all had slaves.
Hear that?
Except, I feel like Native Americans are like the only type of people that just didn't. For whatever reason, I just don't see them doing it.
Wait a second.
Well, there's no historic. Well, they lived off the land too, so that they didn't have a reason to have indentured
Yeah.
servitude.
That's true. Oh yeah, they didn't colonize either.
Yeah, they were nomads.
True.
Oh, so Africans aren't black people? Is that what you trying to tell me, nigga?
Escape from here.
I really,
Is this the
I
remix, my
really
nigga?
wish I
Because
could
I
hear
can
you,
barely
bro.
hear what you saying.
Yeah, we're trying to hear you. It's not even that we're trying to be dicks. We just can't hear you. It's like it's breaking out every like third word for whatever reason.
Because Yahweh doesn't like your internet connection.
We can hear you a little better. Do you have like your phone on or something? Because if there's too many things connected to your internet, that's probably gonna make it jump and skip.
Alright, I'm back. Yahweh was calling me on the phone. Had to pick that shit up.
Damn. Okay, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Niggerism.
Take a sit, nigga.
What are you talking about? The blacks, as you like to call us, are fucking descendants of Africa. That we are their people.
Reese's. No, you're actually late. Not sorry, Reese's.
What the fuck is wrong?
You different, man, because Yahweh got our back.
Nope. Not doing it.
That's contradictory.
Allah!
Right to your door.
Shane is getting his holiday shopping done early.
Mm-hmm.
So come
Yeah.
December, he'll get
Yo,
some
everything
Yep,
you
we
say.
rose up like Thriller,
Listen,
my nigga.
listen, I don't give a fuck what philosophy you use, my guy. Historically, we came from Africa. We were sold by Africans to the Anglo-Saxons.
There's video, there's evidence, there's all types of shit.
And then in some places they waged war in order to get us.
That too. I got the history pulled up right here too, by the way.
Look, my nigga Dread with the receipts and shit. Look, I got receipts for my receipts.
Look,
Bro, I mean, it makes conversations go a lot smoother, bro. It makes them go a
And some
lot smoother.
receipts for those receipts.
Yes, sir. I got the receipts for last night's receipts. I got receipts from your mama. I got receipts from your brother. I got receipts from your ancestors. Literally from your ancestors. I'm not
You
even
got
bullshitting.
receipts from your Hawa.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Go ahead. We are.
No shit.
People feel like they're part of a team.
No shit,
no,
we're
no,
not.
no, no.
Yo, you about to fucking make me punch you in your face.
Hey.
I swear to
Not
God,
worth
yo,
it.
you fucking
Not
make
worth
it. Yo, you saying
not
the
worth
dumbest
it.
shit alive now.
What?
Obviously,
Hold
we're not
on.
fucking Africans.
It's Yahweh, my nigga.
Definition
Exactly.
of
Yeah.
I swear to God,
descendants.
I'm so glad that I'm not near you, because I would have knocked you the fuck out just now.
Yep, the Bible. Mm-hmm. Yahweh.
He's not
Exactly.
playing. Flick, let me see this. He ain't playing, bro.
They-
My dude, I don't have shit else to say to you. You willfully ignorant, and I can't fucking stand you.
Ooh, okay. Well, so
I mean, Yahweh told
we
him so,
go-
bro. He can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Right, son?
okay. So
Can't do it, dog.
Nothing will distract you from the pretzel bun and beer cheese. Not even all the comments on the 50 post
Nope, he's just mad about the whole fucking thing at this point. He's mad about your ignorance. He just told you.
Wait, what is Tenza, Desan? What's this? I got Paul Spaniard in me, my nigga. I'm not, yeah, bro, yeah, I guess we can't be friends, my nigga. You might as well, you know, delete me, cause, yeah, my great granddaddy was, Spaniard, man.
This nigga
I'm not even capping, my nigga, yeah, I'm not even capping, my nigga. I'm dead ass serious, bro. I don't,
Same for me
how
though.
you feel, my nigga?
Like, there's Spanish blood in me too. Like my grandfather was actually from Spain.
I actually have no clue. To be completely honest with you, I have no clue. I'd have to ask further.
Yeah, Desan, you might have to hit that delete button.
I am Asian,
though. You know, we fucked your people over, and I'm actually proud of it.
In the face didn't you get?
Wait. He told you what you did several times.
You're willfully ignorant.
So what part of descent? Wait, which part? What was descent? What was Tenza exactly? He was what? Which part of the Spaniards you can't be friends with? They had to be black or Spanish. What you said? I didn't hear you clearly. Yeah.
Need to make a bigger knot.
Mhm. Right. Word. Mhm. Yep. Modern times.
How do you spell descendants, yo?
Yeah. Word. Wait, what was Tenza? What was Tenza exactly? Word. Damn. Yep. I got white power. White power, my nigga. White power.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yep. White power, my nigga. I'm everything Tenza is. I am no cap, my nigga. Like.
Apparently Spaniards are mostly white.
Yep.
Who knew? I will destroy you. I will fucking destroy you.
Wait, you could be black in Spain. Wow, that's amazing. Yep.
Hey, yo, look. Because you can be white and still be descended from Africa. I mean, I literally worked with a coworker that was South African as fuck. And
Mhm. Yep. Mhm.
America is not the only place where you have different races and everything in one area. Also, this nigga Wyland. Also, a descendant. Just to go back into that word. So a descendant is defined as an offspring of a particular person. So if your descendants are from Africa, that means that you are African. That does not take anything out just because you want to read a book. That is the definition of the word. That is the definition of the word. And I'll read another definition from another law book. A descendant is a person born from a direct biological line. So a person's children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren are their descendants, etc. So that's a descendant. You can't change the definition just because you feel like you don't want to listen to the definition. So if you have anybody in your family, in your bloodline that is born, then you are part African. If they are part of your family before you. If they're after, then that doesn't count. If it's before you, then it does.
Yahweh praise him.
And another thing about that modern day slavery and shit. So, other forms of traditional slavery exist in parts of Ghana, Benin, I don't know how to pronounce that, Togo, and Nigeria. And there's other non-traditional forms of slavery in Africa today, mostly involving human trafficking, which is a form of slavery, and the enslavement of child soldiers, which is one of the major things that happened recently, and child laborers. And for an example, human trafficking in Angola. That exactly, Sierra Leone, human trafficking of children from Togo, Benin, and Nigeria.
That's exactly what this promised land is about. Fucking trafficking humans to baby kids to demons. My bad for cutting you off. I'm listening.
No, you good, you good. But yeah, the illegal diamond mines of Sierra Leone, which is actually a song, Diamonds of Sierra Leone or Diamonds in Sierra Leone or some shit. That's like a song that Kanye made or something. But
Yep.
sex trade, that's another thing. That's what human trafficking is basically, long story short. And that's another thing that still happens everywhere actually. So
And the African government does not give a fuck because they're the ones
at
who
all. At all. And this is still a thing that happens.
We don't have the moral high ground.
Well, they don't. Rather, they don't.
Well,
They-
yeah,
they don't.
not us individually, but I'm just talking about us as like blacks. Period.
Yeah, as a people, and this is unfortunate. Also, this shit is ugly as fuck. I'm reading through all this shit. Passive slavery, and then fucking Sudan, fucking South Africa, fucking hoe bags. These niggas are ugly. Also, these niggas are actual niggas. Like, the word by the first definition means ignorant. These niggas are literal niggas. Like, what the fuck, bro? We be saying it like, yo, that's my nigga, or look at this nigga. But these are niggas. Like, I sound like an idiot saying nigga in so many different ways, but yep, these are niggas. These are, and this nigga really wanted to come back saying that, yeah, I need to go to sleep. Nah, fuck this, I'm gonna hear all this shit. I feel you, bro. But also, this nigga wildin'. He said, I'm gonna go to bed like 30 minutes ago.
Negative. This whole thing is negative.
And that's the other thing. No, actually, I'm done. I don't even have anything else to say. I just wanted to read that just to prove a point.
Something slight.
Some slight. Oh my god. I'm fucking tired. I'm emotionally tired. I'm not even physically tired. This shit got me drained, bro.
Yo, I hear you, dog. Like, just, I don't know. I can't deal with people who are willfully iggs right in front of you and you want to fucking say something all the way else. Like,
that's the thing. Like, Deshaun, we don't say these things just because we just want to say them. We say that because we either found this shit out, we've seen it in life, we read it somewhere, and not just because we read it somewhere, because you can't just believe whatever you read. But you gotta actually, like, there's always a background story for everything. We have reasons for everything that we say. There's always a reason for everything. That's the thing. Like, we don't just live our lives like, hey yo, somebody's gonna tell me this, oh, let me just follow it. Nah, B. That's not it. That's never the greatest way to live at all. Like, niggas don't even survive off of that. Niggas will die off of that shit. Like, real shit. That and they'll be misguided just because they want to just agree with everything that they see. That's why elections go wrong. That's why fucking niggas be getting into power when they don't need to be, regardless of an election or politics. That's why niggas be like, hey yo, let me just have a kid and I'm like 17 and I have absolutely no clue what the fuck I'm doing, and then get their shit all fucking literally wrapped up in some monetary trouble and then live off the streets because they want to sit there and fuck a bitch with no condom. You know, all types of shit, thinking that they can just go through life without thinking about things. That's the thing. You gotta use your own thoughts. Your own thoughts. The Bible is not your everything. Your Bible is literally not your everything. I know people. I've been, and you can ask Viper this because he goes to church too. So, and obviously not so much right now because of the virus, but he goes to church too. When I used to go to church with him here and there because they invited me to come, so I came with them a little bit because I was going through some tough shit and they were trying to see if there was any way that they could help, so they invited me over. So I went with them and everything, and it's a pretty nice environment. It's a little bit forceful in terms of what they wanted to push into some shit. They're like, oh, you gotta study this, you gotta study that, all types of shit. I'm like, okay, cool, that's great, but nah, that's not for me. But the thing is that for anybody that's actually a follower of it, you can ask any pastor. They're not going to sit there and tell you you have to absolutely follow all of this shit to a T, to the point where literally you can't think on your own. You don't have any of them ever say that shit. Ever. And I've been to several churches. So just remember that, bro.
But science is too hard for people, so they can't think on their own because it's science.
And the thing is I'm able to talk to these pastors, and I'm not even religious, and they agree with a lot of the shit that I'm saying, because you don't need a Bible to tell you what's right and wrong. You don't. it's a good. It might be a good guidance point. It's totally fine to have it as a good guidance point, but you also got to read it too. Because the things that you were saying about the Bible saying that it's saying this, I literally read part of the Bible and told you that was wrong. Like the same Bible you were talking about. You said King James, I looked at it, King James, boom, 16:4 or 6:14, boom, look at you, bruh. Like, bro, you got to read it. If you're gonna read it, then read it. That's the other thing.
Show me something cool, so shut up and follow.
Because
I feel
nobody's
like
wrong
his
in you for reading it.
interpretation- I feel like his interpretation was literally
Shibuya.
geared to be hateful.
Shibuya.
Like it was literally fucking built
Shibuya.
up to be. Yes, exactly. You're not wrong. Like you're not wrong, but yeah, it was structured in a way to sow hate. And what do you get from that? What the fuck what does anybody gain from sowing more hate? Like, there's not enough fucked up shit in the world that you're just gonna say you're gonna hate an entire people just because? Man, fuck you.
And the Bible says to forgive anyway. That's the other thing. In every
Forgive your
ounce of the
rapist
Bible.
as he fucks you in your ass and busts all kinds.
Well, somewhat applicable, but
I
Jesus
didn't know.
Christ.
Tell him to sign.
But Jesus
I'll hit him
Christ.
in the back,
Okay.
just like that nigga clap.
You said King James. So let me look this up again. King James, Bible. Let me see. Let me see. King James Bible, and then
Nigga stupid.
forgiveness. Let me pull this up here.
Dipset, nigga.
Because I'm trying to look from your perspective. I'm not just trying to sit here and say shit and not try to look from your perspective. So that's why we're asking you these questions. And I'm even looking this shit up too, like point blank looking this shit up from multiple different sites, not just one, because that's the other thing. So I'm looking at this shit and I'm trying to go along with you, bro.
That's how you vet your references by
Exactly.
looking it up from multiple sources, multiple
Exactly.
Accredited sources.
Let's see. Acts 5. Let's see. King James Version Bible. Okay, so I got Acts 5. I don't know what the freaking I guess colon 31 or you just say 531. I don't fucking know. So whatever. I don't know how to read the numbers, but
It would like alright. So in passage 3:16, that's how you say it. It would just be 3:16.
Okay. All right. So I'm weak. So it'd be Acts 5:31. So I got him, half God, exalted with his right hand to be a prince and savior, to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. And then Acts 13:38. Be it known unto you, therefore, men and brethren, that through this man is preached unto you the forgiveness of sins. And then Acts 26:18, to open their eyes and to turn them from darkness to light. So you can interpret that in a lot of different things, but darkness usually means something bad. So any negative energy into light, positive energy, from the power of Satan unto God, which Satan usually embodies negative energy, unto God, that they may receive forgiveness of sins and inheritance among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me, which would be in God. So there's that. And then Ephesians 1:7, in whom we have redemption through his blood, redemption through his blood. Redemption, that's another thing that proves the other point. So redemption through his blood. Blood referring to ancestors, anybody related, etc. Redemption through his blood. The forgiveness of his sins, or of sins, according to the richness of his grace. And then Colossians 1:14, in whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins. So all of that contradicts everything you just said.
Bring the dang over here. Ching, ching, bring the dang over here. Thirsty, hang over here. Hang over here. Ching, ching, bring the dang over there. Ching, ching, I want my thing over there. Yahweh thirsty, he wave his thing over here.
So it wasn't, I was reading parts of where it mentions it. So basically off of those passages and in those excerpts, it's basically talking, every single one of them, the fact that it mentions it that much, obviously it means that it's trying to highlight that. So in every single one of those passages, it was talking about making sure that
forgiveness of sins. If anybody's going to sit there and talk about forgiveness of sins, in any of those passages that I just read, it never said anything about like, yo, don't forgive this nigga. That never said anything like that. Nothing along those lines. Obviously, it didn't say nigga, but translated, it's like, and of course, everybody has their own interpretation of the Bible. But literally, if I'm breaking it down from just what I see, if I'm breaking it down from literally no bias, just reading it word for word, exactly what I do see, that's what that says. Just point blank, is that, yo, forgiveness of sins, blah blah blah, thou shalt give, etc. Forgiveness of sins. I'm looking up condemnation right now, so I don't have that pulled up right in front of my face. But condemnation in the Bible, King James verse, right now. Let's see. Let me see what this is.
You gotta stay behind, little one.
Okay, there we go. So in John 3:19, and this is the condemnation, that light is come into, this is weird how it's worded, that light has come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. So condemnation for anybody who's dark, okay? Dark, you can define that as a lot of different things.
Not exactly condemnation for anyone who's dark. Condemnation for anyone who is willingly evil.
Well, that's what I meant. I'm sorry if I didn't really describe it, but yeah, that's what I meant. Condemnation is the same thing as what you were doing to what's his face?
To condemn someone, you dumbass.
Stop. Basically, okay, so condemnation means to sit there and put somebody down, or basically like,
Oh, that bitch is bad.
pretty much chastise them.
Yeah, it's basically to say that their life isn't good enough, and that they should be judged. They should be condemned.
Mm-hmm. They should be judged.
You know, to whatever punishment you feel is appropriate for them. But you're also not supposed to judge, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
That's part of your tenets as a religious person, is you're not supposed to judge people by the standards of man, but by the standards of God himself. And you can't judge because you're not God.
Boom. That's also in the Bible.
He without sin cast the first stone. I'm pretty sure you're a sinner, so you can't cast no stones.
The question is, why do you have so much faith in Shibuya? I mean, no. He was the one that told you about the ways of Yahweh. So why do you believe in all that through him?
Hey yo, why you say it like that all the time? Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Every single.
You know,
yeah, you know. You always emphasize
it. You sound like you saying Jehovah.
Yahweh, man. Yahweh.
How?
Oh, how does it make
In what
sense?
way? No rational person would say that made sense. Judging people and condemning them just because of who they are or where they came from. And by the way, I've cooled down. I no longer want to punch you in the face.
As of right now, oh fuck.
I mean, no telling what tomorrow will bring, but as of right now.
This is fair. Hopefully y'all had a good Halloween shit. It's a little too late now, but look.
It was actually quite lit. Like me and my sons, we watched scary movies, bro. We watched Friday the 13th, and we started watching Child's Play, but it was the new one. I couldn't find the other one, the old Chucky movies.
Gotcha. Okay.
We didn't finish watching the Child's Play, but we watched the
Friday the 13th?
Yeah, we watched the Friday the 13th movie. It was actually quite fun. Aiden kept jumping. Raziel kept trying to pretend he wasn't jumping even though he was. He was like, yeah, it's a challenge. Whoever jumps first loses. But yeah, it was quite lit. I had a great time. We had a bunch of fucking snacks and shit. Ice cream and, you know, what the fuck else? We had popcorn, chocolate bars. You know, like we did a 7-Eleven run and was like, we're just gonna make this lit.
It's embarrassing.
Good shit, good
But,
shit.
But yeah, the missus fell asleep like dumbass early. She didn't even get through the whole movie. Or cut me off, motherfucker. That's cool too.
Oh no no no.
No. Go ahead. Yeah, it's cool. Yahweh.
This nigga said it's cool, Yahweh. Oh my god.